nigga.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But I'm break.
Yeah. We back, man. It's Parlay with us, man. You got me, Mr. Beans. You got Stony Cook. You got Hustle Stack Shondo. You know, today is his day off, but we doing it as we always do it, man. We back on it live every week, twice a week, Thursdays, Sundays. We kicking that sports shit. Today we got Thursday night football. The Bills. Dolphins.
I ain't gonna lie, Stony. That Redsox has fire though. I ain't gonna front.
Yo, good looking out. Son. Good looking out, man.
Yeah, y'all know how about the ensembles here, man. This is Parlay with us. We wear some of the flyest sports apparel that you guys will ever. Anybody who's watching, if y'all want to see sports apparel, please tune in every week, man. Sundays, most likely Sundays is the day you're gonna see some fits from my man Stacks, and you're gonna see some fits from Cook. You see how I do it, man. Y'all already see how I do. Like, you know what I mean? I
give Stacks. I gave you love on mad shit. You had the ill Celtics Adidas joint, mad shit. So it's all love. You know what I mean?
No, it's all love. I love the competition and the commodity. That's how we gonna keep them outfits coming, man. You gotta have that competition. I like the way you guys be looking on on screen. So yeah, man, let's get it moving, man. We got week 3. We got the preview on week 3. We got some Stony best bets, and we got the Red Sox on fire. You say? Oh, they on
fumes, mother.
Fumes. What do you mean they dying out?
They got the gas. Hey, the gas light is on.
The gaslight is on. They lost 2 out of 3 against the Oakland Athletics, man. They should have swept them dudes, man.
They lost 5 out of 7.
Yeah, they lost overall, exactly, man. They on fumes,
so they slipping.
Man.
They slipping.
Yes.
Yeah, they got a lot of injuries though, Stone. They got a lot of injuries.
Yeah, they got injuries, but you know something? They play better on the road. For some reason on the road, they be balling, man. I don't know if you noticed, but they play good on the road. So
just like the fucking Celtics.
Right, yeah. Yo. So hey, man.
You're right about that.
They'll get right in Tampa, man. They're about to go to your backyard, man.
Yeah, the niggas are playing in outside.
How many more? Real quick, how many more games that they got?
Got 2 weeks
don't mean to cut you off. B, where they Tampa playing? Because aren't they still?
They playing at the Yankees spring training joint.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I know the other joints getting repaired, right? Or getting rebuilt.
Yeah, but they drug their foot. They was trying to build them a brand new joint. So but some money didn't fall right. So they got to rebuild that joint. I see them now working on the roof, putting the roof on it now.
Yeah, because that hurricane tore it up and shit.
Yeah,
what's that Tropicana field?
Yeah,
the hurricane tore that shit up, man. One of the that went through there a couple of years ago, well, a year ago.
So how come they won't put the money into a stadium, man? They draw a good crowd there.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not in Tampa. They beefing with Tampa. It's in St. Pete. The stadium's in St. Pete.
Yeah. Yep.
So they beefing. They trying to move to Tampa, and St. Pete won't let them out. They lease all kind of wild shit.
Oh, okay. St. Pete need that money.
Yes, yeah.
No, that's that land money. They you think about the concessions and all that stuff they'll lose and all that stuff, and not just in the games, man. You talk about events. You know what I'm saying? And they bring it to downtown Tampa, like, I can see where the town of or the county, whatever county that is, or the town of St. Pete might be feeling like, nah, I ain't letting y'all lose. Because if you look, pause, but if you look at what you call it, look at the Commanders. Now we're moving into football, but if you look into Commanders, they just got approved for their $30 billion stadium, whatever that shit gonna cost. And at one point, they fixing over RFK.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I think at one point they was trying to move them somewhere else in DC, Maryland area, and them people was like, nah. You know what I mean? For some reason, they're like, nah, we gonna fix over RFK Stadium and do some shit to it. That's it. The old RFK though, not where they playing now. You see what I'm saying? Now where they playing now, not that stadium. They going to the old joint. I seen that shit. I drove past that shit. That shit do look like a relic. And they gonna rebuild that joint. It's in a perfect spot though, where that stadium is, the old RFK. It's in a perfect logistical spot, so I can see why, Washington would say, "Yo, let's keep it there," because it's basically DC downtown, a little bit on the hood side. I think that's southeast or southwest, somewhere around there. But it's somewhere around there. You know what I mean? But yo, they got, like Stack said, it's a money thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big money thing. But let's move on. Thursday night football. We got Bills Dolphins. A very, very pivotal big game right now, guys, for the Dolphins. The talk's been all over TV, been all over radio that Mike McDaniel might be losing his job after this game if they lose.
If they get blown out. If they get blown out, I mean, if they competitive.
Regardless, they saying if they lose, and not because of the factor of them losing, they're saying basically he's been losing the locker room for the past 2 years. There's been some inconsistencies going on in the back, and it's now starting to bear fruit. You can see it's bear witnessing to the the problems in the backs in the office. In the club, in the clubhouse, and the same thing that happened with the Patriots last year, right? So, look at that. At one point, McDaniels was looking as like he's one of the new future. Coaches out there, future young coaches, charisma and all this other shit, high-fiving with the boys and all that shit.
They were balling too. They were balling, man. They were scoring. Their offense was lethal. His first year there. I mean, they were scoring like crazy. The Dolphins was averaging like almost 30 points a game. You gotta remember that. And then Tua caught the concussions. That's what
changed the game. Yeah,
set them back, right? Stack?
Yeah.
With the concussions.
Yeah, they should have. Me myself, man, I might have drafted another quarterback. Maybe not a high first round quarterback, but I definitely would have, or even went out and got a backup.
Yes.
I would have done that. They put all their eggs in. They paid them big bread to it.
Yeah.
After that concussion, and I would have went out and just got another quarter. I definitely would have had a plan B fucking with him. And then now it's just that shit is the debacle over there, Stony. Like they arguing with each other. Tyreek, Tua saying the wrong shit in the press conferences. Tyreek don't want to be there. Jaden Waddle grumbling. The running back, A-Chain, he's below average. It's crazy over there. It's crazy over there.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy, man. And I'm scared that Tyreek is going to turn into another Antonio Brown, man. A guy with all that gift, all that talent, and he's going to let all the outside distractions, interfere with his skill set. He's a great receiver, but he reminded me of Antonio Brown a little bit, later on in his career. Remember, Antonio Brown was a speed. He was amazing, man.
He was the dude.
Then once he started, the distractions, the off-field antics, and I'm scared that Tyreek may fall into that same path, man, because he's been off, man. Tyreek hasn't been that guy, man. He's been,
But y'all gotta remember, Father Times don't wait for nobody.
Not for him. He's too. He's
not
too
yet.
young.
Not yet. I agree.
Not yet. He's too young.
Not yet. Y'all don't think this? Y'all don't think
man,
a step is slowing as of yet?
No, man. It's just distractions.
That's all on the quarterback. That's all on the quarterback there.
Yeah, in the quarterback too. But I think Tyreek his mental his mental focus ain't there either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what it is. I hate these type of diva type receivers that because things ain't going the way the team that you wanted to go, or things ain't going the way your way, you start pouting and start, making waves. And that's a problem on a team. That's a fucking problem. I don't care what nobody say. Once your diva receiver, I don't care if it's your receiver or whoever, once they start making waves like that and talking shit, it brings poison to the whole fucking thing. It just poisoned the whole shit. So I'm not shitting on Tyreek, saying that he's a poison pill, but at the same time, the continuity ain't there no more, right? So
it's not. He has to keep his head in the game. That's the whole thing.
It's not there no more. They were firing all cylinders, like you said, scoring over 33 points, and defense was doing their job and shit. Now they could barely hold anybody back, and they could barely get the ball out to him. So, and then on the other side of the ball, you got the Bills, who's really they trying to, I don't know if it was once again another embarrassment by getting smacked by the Chiefs last year and to make it to that grand stage. And that's 2 years in a row, maybe 3 years in a row getting smacked by the Chiefs.
3
years.
They beat them.
They beat them 3 years in a row. Stymied their fucking, like you said, they Stony, you says it, that you say it all the time. They time that little bracket that you have to win, right? Right. The Chiefs hurt them for 3 years, and this is the final, because I think it's 4th and done. It's like 4th and 1 type shit. Like if you go, you can't get past that hurdle on the 4th down, that's it for you. You done. And I think this is the season for them, and they trying to push it. They may not even play Kansas City. I don't think Kansas City is gonna be in there. No, I'm just saying. I understand that Kansas City's not in the way this year. We understand that, but now you still got another foe.
As of yet, it's early.
As of yet. But
I don't think they are.
You still got to get through Baltimore. You think Baltimore didn't feel sour?
Baltimore ain't their problem. That ain't they beat Baltimore.
They beat Baltimore.
Yeah, they beat Baltimore.
It's like Baltimore,
but that's what I think. Baltimore might be on there. They might be looking for their, for their ups right now. Like, okay, Bills, you guys had that chance 3 years in a row to get to that, and the Chiefs eat your food all the time. Maybe it's our turn now. And I think Baltimore, if they don't do it, another team, we're talking football here, Baltimore's another team with the staff that they have, bro. I'm talking about personnel. If this coaching staff can't get them there, boy, we might have to be thinking. And I know Harbaugh's a staple. He's like a friggin' Tomlin, as far as being on a team like that long. But I think if they can't meet that, if they can't get over that hump, don't you think there need to be a change?
Oh, Harbaugh, he ain't going nowhere.
I know he ain't, though. That's what I'm saying. But if they lose this again this year, then what? Okay, let's try it again. Let's run it.
He's like Mike Tomlin. He'll leave.
He's solidified.
Yeah. He'll be there because they got a good program over there.
Yeah, he's winning games. He's winning
games, man.
He's winning games.
They always in there, always in the mix. They always
they're always there. Yeah, they're always there. You can't get rid of your coach when he's always there. And he's won. What he won? I think he got 1 or 2. I think he got one.
2.
He got one. He won 2.
No. He got 2. He won 1. You remember the? Oh, no, I'm sorry. He got 1. I'm sorry, because the first was Brian Billick, the first one.
Brian Billick. Yep, Brian Billick.
Can't blame him. He might have had more than one. He just he had to go through Brady a few times.
He had to go through Brady.
He had to go through Brady. You're right.
Man and two.
Yep.
And then a couple of upsets there. They that upset loss to Tennessee was glaring. That was a glaring loss in his career when they lost to Tennessee at home that year. When that's when Vrabel made his mark. Vrabel went into Baltimore and beat Baltimore.
That
was a big upset that year.
That was with Derrick Henry.
That was with Derrick Henry. Yeah, that was with Derrick Henry, man.
Tim Brown. That was.
And let me tell you, that Baltimore team that year was stacked and ready. But they ran into a hungry Tennessee team led by Vrabel, with his warrior mentality, and man, that was a big upset. So that right there was a because he had a great team that year.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to shout out everybody on the Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube side of the streaming world. Thanks for always supporting, man. I check our shit, our numbers every now and then. We do get people who watch after the show. They do come on and watch. So to keep, things moving for us, I would like people to join in on live. I know sometimes the timing be off, but please, people, get back to where you guys was at. We used to have a bunch of people here on this live, man, getting it in with us, talking shit and chopping it up about this sports and this football shit. But please, get back in, man. And I still thanks for supporting all the ones who still support and watch our shows after the recording, but the live recording. But yo, good question. Since we're talking football, let's keep it to the AFC real quick. And I'm just want to ask this quick question. How do you guys feel? And I'm gonna talk about the Patriots. What are y'all consensus this year? Do y'all feel like we gonna make the playoffs? That's the question. Will the Patriots make the playoffs this year?
Go Stacks. I mean, you could go.
I'm optimistic. Let me pull up this schedule. I'm optimistic about it. I definitely think we could beat Pittsburgh next week for sure.
Yes. Yep. I agree.
There's no doubt about it. That there's definitely some wins in there, man, for sure. I mean, after Steelers, Panthers, that should be a 2-game winning streak. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the Bills. I'll give Buffalo that one. I'll give Buffalo at Buffalo too. So I'll give Buffalo. Then you got Saints, Titans, Browns. That's another
winnable.
Yeah, that's another doable schedule. Then after that, then you got the Falcons. That's doable too.
That's doable at home.
Then you got the Bucks. I call that an L.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then you got the Jets, Bengals with Joe Burrow down. Yeah, I can see that. But then you got the Giants. Only tough teams they really have is the Bills and Ravens. The Ravens are down there.
Yep. Your Ravens are down.
In the Bucks. I'm not gonna show them the Bucks. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, in the Bucks.
So there's three teams. I think this team should get to 9 wins. I don't know if that can get them in the 9, maybe 10. If they get Stony, I'm gonna go on the limb. If they get 10, they can make the playoffs. If they get 10.
Yeah.
I don't think 9 gets it.
I agree. I agree 100%. I think they can make the playoffs. I think they can make a nice little run. For me, them making the playoffs would be
so y'all like what y'all see with this roster, that y'all think this roster is strong enough to get us to the playoffs.
That back end of that defense scares me, man. It really does. It just scares. I mean, I know it's going to tighten up when Gonzalez comes back. So I know when Gonzo comes back, which he's slated to play this weekend. I know when he comes back, the secondary is going to get a little bit better. But I just don't like how the wide receivers that we play against are always wide open. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is.
There you go.
I just don't like that. I just don't like that. Stony, like we talked about last week, that 3rd and 25, man, listen, I had to go get a shot of the jack after that. Like I had to go, there's no way that cannot happen.
Was tough. That was tough. That was tough to give up all those yards. You definitely want to have a defense that could get off the field. That's too many yards to give up.
Yep.
So I didn't like that. Definitely, that was unacceptable.
I like what I see out of the offensive line. They need to tighten up on the penalties. The 2 rookies, Travion Henderson and Will Campbell, are getting too many flags. They're rookies, so we're gonna give them benefit of the doubt. They learning. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But the front 4 on defense, Stony, I like a lot. I like them guys, Barrymore and Williams. I think they need to stay healthy. Hopefully they can stay healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the big key. But I think 10, if they get 10 wins, I think they're a playoff team. Now I think they can get 9. Well, even if they get 9 or 8, it's definitely the arrow's definitely pointing upwards for them.
Well,
I agree. I think they
have to limit the mistakes. Yeah, they got to limit mistakes, limit the penalties, and get more offensive players involved. And like you said, clean up that back end of the defense. If I just probably named 3 things, right? If those 3 things could get kind of like shored up, I think, they can probably squeak into the playoffs. But it depends on what we see in the AFC. We're only in week 3. So we don't know who's going to get hot in the AFC. And, like you said, we would want to count on, especially in our division, we want to hopefully the Jets and Miami keep getting their ass spanked. and we win some of these games that Stacks are talking about, like, try to capitalize on some of the teams that we can probably get those wins out of. Those short, like, that we can go in. I don't know about Pittsburgh. Y'all are sure about Pittsburgh, but I'm not too sure about that.
I'm sure about
Pittsburgh.
I
don't know.
I don't see why we can't. I don't see why we can't beat a Pittsburgh team that's not doing nothing on offense. But defense is flawed.
Aaron Rodgers, for some reason, always know how to fucking come here and give us fits. I've been to a couple of Aaron.
He didn't last year.
Well,
Right.
Yeah, he didn't last year. You're right. You're totally right. He was trash with the Jets last year. You're right.
I think he got more weapons. I think he had more weapons on that Jet team than he with this Pittsburgh. What you think, Stony?
I agree. He had more weight. He had Breece Hall. He had the wide receiver. Both wide receivers. I forgot their names, but they got stud wide receivers. He had a stud defense to hold the leads that they had, and he had a nice team. All they needed was him, a veteran quarterback that still has something left in the tank, and he couldn't do nothing with that team. And that team was so talented, and he couldn't really do nothing. He had way more talent on that team than he has now with Pittsburgh. You got a rookie running back that they hoping comes around. They got DK Metcalf. They picked him up. They got Warren, but the defense is not playing to their abilities.
That
definitely not doing nothing.
That definitely don't look like no typical Pittsburgh defense, Stony. I agree with
you. Exactly. The defense is horrible.
So maybe I'll eat crow on that. Maybe I'm just thinking, relying on the a healthy Aaron Rodgers maybe. So we'll see. Let's
and Greg Wilson, I think, is the quarter.
Yeah, with Garrett Wilson.
That's Garrett Wilson, number one receiver.
Yes, right.
And he had Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I forgot.
And he had Devontae Adams, so he had a little squad. He had a little squad.
Yeah, more weapons on the Jets than he do with this Pittsburgh team. I tell you that. I think that front four gonna get after him. I really
gonna get after him, and
they're gonna get after him.
And we're gonna win. This is gonna be our first 2-game winning streak in a long time. It's been a long time since we won back-to-back games. It's been a while, and I think we're gonna break that come Sunday.
Pittsburgh got a hard time beating the Patriots. They always have. They always have,
especially on the road.
I don't remember even when they had Big Ben. I don't even remember Pittsburgh really beating us like that. They might have won
they had problems. Right. They had problems beating us.
You're right. So we'll see. With that being said, man, we talked about that Bills Dolphins. What do y'all think? I know everybody's gonna say the Bills are the winner in that 2 games. I'm just gonna ask you guys who y'all thinking the winner of this game tonight.
I got Buffalo.
I like Buffalo. I like Buffalo.
I got Buffalo, and I like them. I like them by 2. I like them by 10 points. So I like them by 10. I like them by 10.
I'm gonna let you know later what I'm gonna bet tonight.
Okay.
Buffalo,
okay.
So, but I like Buffalo to win definitely. Anybody who's playing that Survivor, that's another thing. We gotta give some love to those Survivor players out there. A lot of people are playing Survivor pools where they're picking teams to win, and you can't pick that team more than once. Every week you got to pick a different team to win. And Buffalo is one of the most popular picks this week. And I would play them to this week. Buffalo is not a team that I would save later on because they're unpredictable as the season goes on. They're the type of team that they'll get upset. Buffalo always gets upset. So knowing that, I wouldn't wait too long to pick them, but I'll definitely pick them tonight. I didn't pick them on my Survivor tonight, but Buffalo, I believe they'll win. But as far as all the other stuff, as far as the spread, I'll let you guys know later how I feel about that.
Nice. So let's move on. Let's bring in the scoreboard for this week, guys. So I'm gonna control the scoreboard. We got Bills, Dolphins tonight. We already talked about that. We got Packers, Browns. That look like that's going to be a 1:00 game on Fox. Packers is rolling, guys. Packers is rolling. Any thoughts on that game? The spread is Green Bay -7.5. So, and the total is 41.5. So that's just the ESPN spread. I don't know about nobody else's spread, but that's the ESPN spread. That's a 1:00 game. I don't know, man. The Browns, man. Maybe you think they need to give the kid a chance? What do y'all think?
They ain't give what kid a chance. They got 2 good kids, but they ain't gonna be the kid.
Yeah.
Get a chance.
Nah, they're not gonna make that move right now. I mean, Flacco is not really showing that they need to make a change right now. He's playing. He's playing like he needs to play.
He hasn't been playing. Tell you what, he hasn't been playing well enough that he can't get that job taken. I tell you that.
No. I agree with that, but you know, a lot of their problems is on the defensive side with Cleveland. Cleveland, think about it. Cleveland was in the game. They was in the game last week.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
But they always play Baltimore close though.
They lost to the Bengals 16-17. You know, Baltimore, yeah, they got smoked, but that game was pretty tight throughout, you know, and it was only so long before Baltimore
that defense has been holding their ground. That offense just ain't. Woo.
Yeah, the offense they did not.
I mean, boy, you got to be bold to be a Browns fan this day. I mean, golly, boy, I don't think them bitches is won since goddamn Bernie Kosar.
They got a great defensive player there, man. They got a great defensive
player. The original Browns really won the Super Bowl, man. That's the Ravens, man. The Ravens, the original Browns.
True.
You can't count that. They ain't there no more.
They ain't there no more.
But had they kept them there, and they had Ozzie Newsome.
They probably be fucked up too. That shit might be.
Maybe it's because of the whole Cleveland thing. Maybe, but
man.
You got the Cavs. These things can ride. These the Cavs give them something.
Exactly.
Yeah. The Cavs give.
I don't know what it is that's so cursed about them Browns, man.
They came close, man. I mean, I think the closest they came was when Biner.
Yeah, Biner.
Biner fumbled. That to me was the bigger one. That was not the because they had the Elway drive. You got the Elway drive that beat the Browns. The Elway drive, but the Biner fumble to me was the biggest one. I think that cursed them. Had he scored I think the Browns would have had a lot of success
going
as
forward.
As time went on from that time.
They had pieces on that team to win.
They do. They did.
Man. Webster Slaughter and all them boys. Ozzie Newsome.
The only thing I don't like about the Browns, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna move on from the shitty Browns. The Browns always get they draft the picks. They got the picks because they're always the shittiest team, but they just don't know what to do with them. I don't know. It's weird to me with them, with always being the top of the draft, always getting the good draft, standings, and y'all draft some good players too at some points, but it's just y'all can't just put it together. They can't just, with the players the picks that they get, the drafts that they make within a 3-4 year, they just can't put those nucleuses together to build something real. It's always, what was the dude named Johnny Football? Didn't work out. The team they had behind him. Then they drafted Baker, and something happened with him. And then
Baker had a good year over there. I think they just didn't develop him right. Look what he's doing now. So
I'm saying not about Baker. I'm just saying they get these solid stud players. You see what I'm saying? And they get good picks, man. They draft always in the top. But they could never.
It's the front office. I mean,
they can never just put it together. Like, okay, we drafted a good quarterback one year. The next year, we got a good 2 receivers. Next year, we short up. They just can never put it together.
They haven't drafted a good quarterback in a long time, boy.
Yeah, but like the last one was Baker, but they didn't put the time into him. You see what I'm saying?
They put the time into him. That quarterback situation for them
it was horrible. I would have vetoed. I would have disagreed with paying Deshaun Watson all that money. I would have been in that office I don't
all the money to Deshaun Watson.
I would have let him play out his contract, Stony.
True.
Well, my whole thing, I wouldn't have guaranteed him everything. They guaranteed him the whole contract.
I think he had 2 more years on his deal. I would let him play out the 2 years. I might have fucked around and franchised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah. You just can't.
I definitely. I mean, I get it. You was paying him off potential what he did in Houston. So I get it. You pay players not for what they've done, but what you think they're gonna do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but he. I mean, he might have got a lot of people fired, Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I wouldn't have gave him. I might have extended him like Stony said, but it wouldn't have been for all that bread.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been. Yeah, I wouldn't have guaranteed him all that
He
money.
probably was shocked Stony when he seen the contract. He was, oh shit.
Oh shit. I was like, these motherfuckers is crazy, but I'm like, yo, I ain't played in 3 years, and these motherfuckers are gonna give me this money. Oh hell yeah, let's move.
You just can't. You just
You know
can't.
what I mean?
You just can't.
I've never seen a player fall off a cliff like that. Though.
That's a fall off though.
Fall off a cliff, man. Fall off.
I know they used to talk about. They used to talk about Russell. What was his name? The dude out of the Raiders. The bus.
Jamarcus Russell.
Russell.
But
he sucked. Period.
There you go. But he never had. Deshaun had good years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But I never seen nobody was playing at the top of the game and just fall off the cliff
what about
like
my boy?
that.
What about my boy from the Longhorns? Him too. Let me go back.
Which one from the Longhorns? Vince Young.
Vince Young.
Yeah.
Fall off cliff.
Yep.
That's a cliff fall, a cliffhanger. That dude was in that movie. I'm telling you. He was in that fucking movie. Him, Deshaun, all them dudes was in them movie. They starred in that movie. Cause them dudes like athletes, yo. This dude won in Texas when people didn't think Texas was gonna win. He bust whoever's ass in that championship game.
He beat a loaded USC team.
He beat their ass. I'm telling you, I watched that. I didn't know nothing about Vince Young. I was rooting for USC.
Yeah, everybody was a Reggie Bush guy back in them.
I was on USC too, man. Because I think they were going. Was they going for a 3-peat?
2-peat back to back.
No, they was going back to back. It was Miami that was going for a 3-peat.
And that was with your boy Pete Carroll.
Yeah, but he left that program
right after that.
Right after that. Yo, he left just in time because once he left, man, everything fell apart over there.
When Vince on his own smacked him up on his own, I watched that kid. That kid was running all over that fucking field, that championship game. He smacked him up, and that was it for Pete Carroll and that team. That was it.
That was it, man. But shout out to Reggie Bush. He got his Heisman back. They gave him his Heisman back.
Oh,
they took it away.
That's good.
Yeah, they gave it back to him.
That's good because everybody was getting paid. Everybody was getting paid. Stop that bullshit. NCAA.
I just think my whole thing is, I mean, look, I'm not in their shoes, but you know what the biggest problem that people ain't seeing? It's really simple. These guys were just flossing too much. They was flexing too much. I mean, yo, if you guys are getting all that payola and getting all these, you gotta be low key with that shit. If they were low key, nobody would never know. But when you out here, they showing you and coming out of fucking Range Rovers and shit.
But you say that though. You say that though. Stony, you say that though, right? Back in them days though, them dudes was coming to the game, college games, in big trucks with big wheels. Flossed out, Jude. I'm talking about all your boys. You talk all your youth fellas
and college kids. Like where you getting this money from?
All your you boys was looking like they was already rich.
Right. Where you getting this money from? So it's
all
like
you boys back then. I'm talking about from the Saps. I'm not Sap was a Florida guy, right?
Sap was getting it. Yeah, hell yeah.
That was at you.
He was a you too, right?
He was getting paid.
Yep, them dudes was getting
paid. All them boys were getting.
All them boys was getting money. And your boy, what's his name? From the Ravens.
Ray Lewis.
But Ray Lewis was low key though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he was already flossing. That's what I'm saying. Like
he wasn't flossing. He was low.
I don't know about that.
Was low, man. You wasn't really. Think about it. There was nothing surrounding him. He had no type of suspicion around him. Him and his like all these other guys like Cam Newton and his dad and all these other and Reggie Bush, they took his shit away. These are guys fucking in mansions and all kinds of crazy shit.
That's true. You're right. You know, I'm just saying them athletes, especially in them Power 5 schools in the SEC back in them days and today, they just now made it official. I'm saying in the recent years with the NILs and stuff, these kids was getting paid way back then. It was just ways to hide this shit. So back then, the rules of the NCAA was you can pay a collegiate student, and they had they was moving kids' mamas out of fucking the projects, putting them in nice houses. Man, give me a break, man.
LeBron was on. He had some heat on him. He was in a Hummer and shit.
But he did. But LeBron was smart. You know what LeBron said? I don't need y'all college. I got this. Fuck it. I'm gonna be the last one coming out of high school, jumping right into the fray, and y'all can't talk about what I got because I didn't go through no collegiate situation to deal with the NCAA and they bullshit. I went straight. And then when they realized LeBron did that, what did they do? Change the rule the next year. The following year after LeBron was drafted, no more out of high school basketball players.
Yeah.
That was it. He changed the game. Why? Because he came in with the money already and they couldn't squeeze him in college and say, oh, come play 2 years. You can't get there if you can't. No. He said, yo, I'm already there because I'm recruited. You see what I'm saying? And and there was a lot of and one of them. Kobe was one of them.
Kobe was. Yeah, hell yeah. Kobe
was one of them. You know, Garnett was one of them. Garnett was like the first, right? Not the first, but the first with the big contract.
I know, but Garnett, Kobe, they kept a
lot of Garnett, Kobe, Dwight Howard.
They were all getting paid, but they kept.
Dwight was out of high school.
Dwight was straight out of high school. Dwight, shout out to Lou Williams.
Lou Williams was straight out of high school.
Straight out of high school.
You're right. Lou Williams was straight out of high school. You're right.
It was a lot of them that came. Darius Miles and all.
Darius Miles, man. Yeah, Darius Miles.
That came out.
Darius Miles.
That actually panned out. Shout out to Gerald Green. Gerald Green that played with the Celtics. He came straight out.
Shout out to Gerald Green.
Yep. Hops. Yep. Let's move on, man. Let me get some of these games out of the way because I know the game is about to start and it's gonna be a good one. So man, we got Bengals, Vikings. Bengals might take a L on that one. They don't have their player.
I don't know about that. The Vikings.
That kid Browning, I was just about to say that kid Browning. He backed up good last year, so you know what I mean. But they going to Minneapolis, so let's see what happening. And you're right, Stacks. I shouldn't have said that because Minnesota didn't look so polished last week, right? So
let's see what Carson Wentz do, man. Let's see how Carson Wentz look. Carson Wentz is the backup. Right. I think he may, and that guy right there, the coach O'Connell, he's known for revitalizing quarterbacks. So let's see if he can. Remember that we was talking about Carson Wentz MVP before he got hurt that one time. So let's see. I mean, he got weapons.
That's true. So we already talked about Patriots Steelers. We all think the Patriots should be able to win this game. I think it might be a little close. I don't know, man. I just think it might be close. But yes, if the Patriots could clean up on the penalties and the little mistakes and get Drake to be a little bit. He got a little more comfortable last week. Get him a little bit more comfortable. Maybe not say dumb down the offense, but get him a little bit more comfortable with the offense. And dump it to everybody. I think I always notice that most QBs that really progress and do well out there is they get the ball out to 6, 7, 8 different players. They just getting the ball out. Like everybody's getting touches. And that, you see that with San Fran and when they were doing their thing, everybody was getting touches. You see that with, the Rams, everybody getting touches. So I think that's what the Patriots got to do. Not just always looking for digs or looking for booty. Get everybody the touches and bring that kid Pop Douglas in there to really, to like do something to the defense where they got to pay attention to this kid who's fucking probably in a, making some motion, coming off a motion and bring in Pop, man. Y'all got to do some, and I know he can do it. This is Josh McDaniels. He's a professor. He's just one of the best, in his time, basically, as an offensive coordinator. People can't say he was trash. Brady won 6 Super Bowls with this kid, right? So Yeah, he might be able to do his things. Rams, Eagles.
That's a good game.
Man, good game, man.
That's a good game. I like that game.
Yo, Stacks, your boy Nakua. Yo, they call him the like all around dude. Yo, they say he's like the all around man. You can run it with him. The dude's nice, man. You're right. I don't know how people didn't see that out of this kid, but the Rams did. He's nice, man. That kid Naku's nice. As long as he can stay healthy, and he looks a little bit bigger this year. So, with size, with muscle, maybe he could stay a little healthy. That's gonna be a tough game for the Rams. That Eagles, man, something about that. Yo, Stacks, that Eagles got something going, man. I think it's
possibly can make a run. They could probably
run. Man.
I think I mean, it's early to predict. I think they're gonna have a problem with Green Bay, though, Stony. But I just think.
Yeah. So my observation is, Hurts wasn't really doing much. It's their defense that's really doing a lot.
But
Hurts ain't really. He didn't really have a good offensive game last year. His legs is getting those first downs, no doubt. You're getting those first downs. You're moving the ball, and your defense is coming through. They're making the stops, getting the turnovers. But Hurts offensively ain't really doing much.
I think he makes the plays when he has to, though.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what it is. But when he runs into a team where he's gonna have to be making plays, we're gonna see how.
And that's where that Green Bay. That's where that Green Bay. You might be right.
Brother to a team, we got to make him. I think he'll make him. I'm confident.
I don't know. I mean, Green Bay, they need to get healthy. They number one guy ain't even in the lineup right now. Jaden Reed, he's hurt, man. His shoulders. That's the number one guy. I'm not gonna really run up on Green Bay like that. I'm telling you, the Rams are gonna expose these guys this week. I'm telling you, they're gonna expose them, man. Matthew Stafford and them boys, they're gonna expose this Eagles team, man. They flawed. But
let's look at that on Sunday.
We have to see how Hurts adjusts to a team that has an offense and can score, can move the ball, and we got to see how Hurts is going to counteract that offense that he's going to be going up against. Well, he's going to go up against the defense, but as far as matching drive for drive,
I think Dallas offense is legit this year. I think Dak playing well. I think
they legit. I agree. I agree. 100%.
That Dallas offense was a test for Philly. I thought it was. Yep. I think Dak playing good. So that's what I'm saying. I think I ain't sold on your boy Stafford. One hit away from being in a wheelchair. So
yeah, he is. You ain't lying about that. But that team, McVay, they're gonna bring it to Philly this week. That's one of my favorite plays.
They both 2-0, but they're playing in Philadelphia, and that's a tough place to play. Philly got the spread -3.5 right now. Let's move on to the Jets Buccaneers. Jets 0-2. They playing in Tampa.
Yeah,
Buccaneers
Justin Fields may be out with a concussion.
Yep.
So you're talking about 6.5. Tampa Bay -6.5. Raiders Commanders, nice game, man. I think I want to see this game, man. 1 o'clock game on.
Be careful, boy. Jalen may not play.
He might not play, right?
Yeah, so just be careful with that.
Okay. Is he hurt? Is he limp? Is he like gimpy?
Yeah, he's a little gimpy.
And okay, that's the Genty kid, right?
No, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. Oh, you said Daniels is hurt. Ooh.
Yeah, Daniels.
Ooh.
That might be right. But he's going. Sprained ankle.
They're at home too, so they got Washington -3.5. Falcons Panthers. I got the Falcons trying to take that game. Yeah, I got Falcons taking that game. I mean, I like Bryce Young. He's trying, man. This kid. But he already got 3 INTs in 2 games. So let's see how that rolls. Texans, Jaguars, nice game. Jaguars look like they want to play now. They look like it. But once again, Trevor Lawrence in 2 games, 3 INTs. So that's not a good look for him. And the Texans 0-2. So something's going on in Texas right now.
I thought that team was ready to take that next step, Stony. I'm a little disappointed with them.
I'm disappointed too. I like that kid.
I mean, they made the playoffs last year. They did, but I thought they would be in that AFC hunt a little bit more wins than what
Facts. I like the kid. What's his name again?
CJ
Stroud. Yo, I like CJ. You know, coming out of Ohio State, yo, he was good. Like the kid. Hopefully they can figure out what the issue is. And I think from what I'm seeing, Stacks, and maybe I'm wrong, they're having a little bit of offensive line problems, right? The kid's getting touched too much, right?
He is getting touched, yeah.
Right. So I think that's something they need to clean up. And maybe he's getting touched too much because he don't have the weapons to get the ball out.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
So,
you got to get the ball. Nico Collins, a hell of a receiver, top 5.
Right. But if he's on a return from an injured season, right?
Yeah, no, he wasn't. He just got his little sprain, but he came back last year.
Okay.
It's Tank Dell. Tank Dell is the one.
It's Tank Dell that's hurt. That's right. Not Nico. Nico had a little something last year. It's Tank Dell. So you're right. I think what's going on with the Texans is an offensive line issue, coupled with maybe the personnel on offense. Maybe I'm thinking that's what's going on with them. The kid's too talented for them. He showed it, but like you said before, Stacks, they catch up with you, right? They catch up with you, and sometimes that's what happens with these quarterbacks.
They got the film on.
They got the film on you. So let's see what happened with the Texans Jaguars. I think that might be a good game, guys. Broncos Chargers. What do y'all think about that?
That's a goodie.
I think real quick. Real quick. Stacks, did I smack you last week in fantasy?
Oh yeah, you got Joe Burrow got hurt.
Yeah, that's cool. I think I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert this week too.
You see him?
So I'm going with Herbert this week. I'm gonna put Mahomes on the bench, man. Something about that team don't look right to me. So I'm with the Chargers this week, y'all, against the Broncos. Justin Herbert's 5 TDs already, no INTs already, 560 yards in 2 games. So yeah, let's see what that's really looking like. With the Chargers, they got a better coach and they building something over there. They got the Chargers minus 2.5 on the Broncos. What y'all got on that? What y'all think about that?
I got the Chargers.
Okay. I mean, yeah, the Chargers. I like the Chargers to win.
Me too. I like them to win. Saints Seahawks, guys. Seahawks. I think Saints, man. I don't know what the hell's what did I say last year, guys? Look at my man, and I like this dude, but he how could I say this? Like his time is getting short. Alvin Kamara, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he got to get out of there.
He got to get out of there, bro. He got to get it, or else he'll just be like, yo, I had so much talent and I wasted my time in New Orleans. Got to get out of there. I said that last year. He got to get out of there. Bears Cowboys. Y'all said the Cowboys looking better on defense. Dak Prescott look good. Yeah, he do look good. 549 yards already in 2 games, 2 TDs, 1 INT. And CeeDee Lamb already got 220 yards. So he's on pace for over 1,000 already. So yeah, they're taking on your Bears. Stony, you had faith in these Bears. 0-2. I don't know what's going on with the Bears. I don't even know what's going on with that team. Y'all said
they gotta win. They gotta win.
Y'all said they got weapons. Y'all said they got good personnel.
They got pieces over there.
Yep.
I don't know. Next 2 games, Cardinals 49ers.
Low key, that's a good game. Low key.
That's a good game. I like the Cardinals. You
like the Cardinals?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Murray already 383 yards for the season, 3 TDs, 1 INT. So within 2 games, that's what he got. McCaffrey already got 35 carries for 124. So he's not really getting it off like that.
I think he's on the downslide, Stone. He's on the downslide.
Okay. But they 2-0. The 49ers, the Cardinals do got to go to San Fran. They both 2-0 teams. Yeah, so they both 2-0 teams. So yeah, this might be you're right. On the low, that might be a real good game. Chiefs Giants. Hey, yo, listen. Yo, Pat, man, if you don't win this game and you're going away.
That's a tough game for them to win, Stony. What do you think?
Pat, if you do not win this game on Sunday against the Giants, 8:20 in the Meadowlands, bro, Pat, you're gonna have problems. That's 0-3.
They'll win. They'll win. They'll win. You know what
I don't know that. If Russell Wilson play like he did against the Cowboys,
I don't think he is. I don't think he's not gonna duplicate what he did against the Cowboys. Not against that KC defense, because Dallas don't got a defense. They couldn't get to him.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know that game gonna be closer than what we think. That's what I think. I think
interesting game. Very interesting.
Yeah, I
game.
agree with Beans.
Very interesting game for both teams. You know why? Because if the Giants go down 0-3, that coach is out of there. And if the Chiefs go down 0-3, people gonna be talking what is going on in KC, right? So very important and tricky game to watch on Sunday night. We will be talking about that on Parlay with us come Sunday afternoon before the game starts. And hey, so I like these both teams on Monday night next week on the 22nd, the day before my birthday. I like these two teams. Y'all know I'm a Lions fan just by the personnel that they got on that squad. And I love the Ravens because of my boy Lamar Jackson. I think he's a great player. I just want him to win. Truthfully. I like this for my Super Bowl matchup. This would be like for my dream Super Bowl matchup to see the Ravens play the Lions and hopefully the Lions could friggin' win something first time in their lifetime. So, but I like both teams, and maybe the Lions, Stacks and Stony, maybe y'all we question the Lions getting beat up by Green Bay and saying maybe losing both offensive and defensive coordinator maybe changed the future and the projection of the Lions, but then they came back and took care of business last week and beat whoever they beat convincingly. So, and was that y'all said the Lonely Saints? Was it the Saints?
Yeah, it was Bears. They beat up like that.
They beat the Bears like that. Okay, so we'll see what the Lions got to do next Monday. We'll talk about that on Sunday night, but we'll talk more about the Lions and the preparation for that game. But that was this week's coming up slate, guys. We gave y'all the week slate for this for these games. A lot of good games, man. That's why it took us a little bit to go through it. A lot of good games coming up this Sunday. And Stony, we're gonna be on top of that, man. So next up, because we move it along, because time is ticking. Let me get control of the board again. So I'll give Stony applause real quick because what we're about to do. Shout out to Stony Cook with the Stony Sports Book, man. He's gonna give it to y'all like we always do every week. We give y'all those picks and those parlays. Today, Doe's not here, so Doe don't got no parlays for you guys, but Stony will drop his best bets and picks for this upcoming tonight's game and this upcoming Sunday before you guys see it Sunday afternoon. Go ahead, Stony.
Well, I want to apologize. I mean, tonight's game is too late for that.
I
already jumped off. I'm sorry.
I tried to move with the clock. Sorry, but that's cool.
It's fine.
That's
fine.
Cool. We started late. We started late tonight.
We're gonna move on, and I'm gonna do it quick because I know everybody want to get to the game. So we're taking Cleveland plus the 7.5. We're gonna take the Pats plus 1.5. So Cleveland, we're gonna take them against the Packers to cover plus 7.5. You could buy the 0.5 point and bring it up to 8. Don't be scared. Just bring that up to 8. We're gonna take the Pats. Just take them to win. Forget the points. Fuck the points. Take them on a money line. It might be plus money. Take the Pats to win. We got that. We're gonna take the Titans and Colts under 43.5. Both of those teams, they struggle to score. The Colts don't really score much. The Titans don't really score much. And I think it's going to be that type of game. And my favorite bet of the week, let's take the Rams plus 3.5 against Philly. I think McVay is going to come in there with a great game plan. Stafford's going to get busy. Their defense is going to get busy, and they're going to expose Philly. So take the Rams plus 3.5.
Nice. So yeah, Stony man, I appreciate you dropping that knowledge on these picks. We love them. So guys, always every week, I'm gonna make that plug. It's Stony Sportsbook on Parlay with Us on Thursday nights and Sunday afternoons. If you guys want to make some bread out there, Stony be doing his homework. Doe be doing their homework. I'm not a gambler. Me and Stacks, we like to just talk the shit and just evaluate and give y'all our you know, our synopsis on what's going on. But
Facts.
you know what I mean? The real money guys who like to play around with this shit is Stony and Doe. So please, if you guys watch Parlay with Us, trust me. You know, there's always issues. This is no guarantee. Like we say, this is no guaranteed. We are not a sports betting site, but we giving y'all our best bets on what we think coming from the gut. So always watch every week, man, and get them Stony Sportsbook. So with that being said, Stony, I appreciate it. I'll give you a round of applause again for the Stony Sportsbook. Please, guys, go out there and try to get that bread. Hustle, what you got for us, Stacks? Anything before we move on?
This same old thing, man. Hoping the Patriots pull this win out this weekend, man. Red Sox just wake up and get a couple wins. That's all I got.
I like that, man. Tell the Red Sox to wake the fuck up. I'm telling you, I had the the way they were playing, I was like, damn, they got something Cinderella going on here. And now y'all telling me in 7 games they lost 5.
That Roman Anthony injury was crazy, Stony. That was the one.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. You know, they getting through that injury. They about to go to Tampa. They about to go to, I think, Toronto, and they got Detroit. So they about to go into a tough stretch.
That's murderous row.
But these guys, they play well on the road. They love playing on the road, man. That's why I feel good about it. It's set up nice. They'll make it to the playoff. You know, they're on fumes, like, you know, the title said they're on fumes right now, but they'll get it together. This trip to Tampa is going to be very helpful for them. You know, they're going to get some rest tonight. They're going to fly out. They're going to be fresh and they're going to be ready and they're going to be all right. You know.
So let me ask you guys a question. I haven't been paying attention to baseball. So who's the teams in the AL that the Red Sox got to really contend with?
Detroit, Toronto.
No, let me ask y'all a question.
Seattle.
Because I heard Stacks say that. That's why I heard real quick. I heard
Seattle there, Stacks.
No,
I heard Stacks say it. Stacks, where did Detroit come from, bro? Please tell me where did they come from?
They did the same thing last year. It's only if you remember the same exact thing last year.
I'm just saying, but Seattle right now they leading the AL West. You know.
Nah, I think they fell out, man. I'm telling you, I think they went down.
I'm looking at the standings right now, man. They leading it. The Tigers lead the Central, Blue Jays the East, and the Mariners lead the West. Well, they tied right now with the Astros. They tied.
That's what I mean. I think if it was to break off today, I think Houston would have the tiebreaker. They said.
Now let me ask you guys
the Red
this:
Sox are holding on to the last wild card spot. I mean, they're not too far from like the number 1 wild card spot, which they need for the home field advantage. But you know, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna go into Tampa and they're gonna get busy. They love playing on the road. That's what I noticed. The road is where they like to be.
Let me ask you, what did the Blue Jays? Where did they come from?
They've been knocking at the door for a little while.
Because wasn't there? I mean, wasn't the Blue Jays like riding the pine at the bottom of this? Yeah,
they was, but they've been knocking at the door for a little while. They've been almost right there.
And what is it? Is it pitching? Is it bats or is it pitching? What do the Blue Jays got?
Both with them, and plus they do.
Okay.
Blue Jays been due to win some games for a little while now.
Yeah. Toronto. I used to rock that hat. That hat was fly. I love that hat back in the day.
Shout out the one with the white front.
Yeah, with the come on, man.
Shout out to the Toronto Blue Jays, yo.
Shout out to the T-Dot Blue Jays. You used to rock that apparel here in Boston. They used to have some nice gear, man. No bullshit.
They sure did.
No bullshit. No, they old school shit was nice, man.
Old school baseball. I shout out to the Kansas City Royals with the baby blue, with the navy blue brim.
There you go. There you go, man. You really saying it right there, man. They had some nice old school shit. Yeah.
Montreal Expos.
Ooh, another sweet hat. Montreal Expos. That was another good hat, man. Yo, you're right. you're bringing up some nice hats, man, that they had back in the days, man. You know, that A hat was all.
You just couldn't rock that one. You just have to be careful with that.
Yo, the A, I ain't gonna lie. We talk about hats before we get off. You guys got some solid. Y'all always got solid gear. Y'all, you know what I mean? You guys, when it comes to this apparel shit, I'm gonna give y'all. Once again, I gotta give y'all flowers with that apparel shit, man. They'll applause to you guys. But I'm telling you, back in the days, man, the Raiders, that was the hardest hat out there.
Yeah, that Raiders hat.
Nobody say you can bring anything else out. That Raiders hat.
The one that said Raiders across the front.
The one that said Raiders in the cursive.
That shit was ill, right? That shit may be a top 5 all time right there.
I'm telling you. And even just to rock the Ice Cube one, just the Ice Cube with the insignia.
Yeah.
The Raiders hat to me was always
the Raiders, man. That's silver and black, man. That's what it is.
Silver and black. That was always tough to me, man. That was a tough hat to me. That always, and I couldn't wear it. But you know we couldn't wear that shit. But
wow.
If you guys knew where we were from, we couldn't wear that shit. Yeah, but yo, what's the score in the game, Stony? Because I see you watching it.
7-7, man. It's a great game.
Nice.
Who scored for Miami?
Huh? Gordon, some dude named Gordon, man. Shit, man. Whoever picked them, I doubt it. But I had Kincaid to score the first touchdown, and he scored the second one.
Who scored for Buffalo?
Kincaid.
Running.
It was a pass. Yeah, a pass. He drooped.
I need that. Throw slinging around a little bit. Pause.
So, yo, with that being said, we had a good show tonight, man. Thanks for everybody who came through, man. Everybody who was watching on Parlay with us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. I appreciate it. Thanks to Stony Cooks. Thanks to Sean Doe and Hustle Stacks. You guys make the show. We make the show every week. We try to bring the people the content. We talk about sports, give y'all the breakdown of some of these players and some of these teams. And then we give y'all Stoney's best bets to win some bread at the same time, since we talking a lot of shit. So at the end of the day, it was great, and I loved it, and I respect everything. Yo, Stacks, I'll see you later. Cook, I'll see you later. Guys, I'm letting y'all know right now. My Sunday show, I'm going to try. But it might be from the beaches and the grill, my brother. You might get that background, and that's what it's going to be. So,
beach and the grill, where the beach and the grill at?
J.A. J.A. nigga, yard. That's where I'll be at. So y'all will see me.
This nigga right here, man. This motherfucker right here.
That's right.
This motherfucker right here. Story gets the house, the whole crib revamped, and still could afford. No.
No.
The whole crib revamped. We gotta chill for a minute, right?
No, listen. It's a little. You know what? I could have asked for anything for my birthday, guys. I'm kind of simple with things. I could have asked for anything, like, yo, I need that Gucci belt for $1,500. Like, I could have, I could have asked for anything, but I'm like, you know what? Where I feel comfortable is put my feet up in that sand and chilling for 2, 3, 4 days, and drinking my little shit and chilling, bro. That's a good birthday. So shout out for wifey for doing this, and always, supporting me and everything I do, and taking care of me in my birthday. And she's like, yo, you want to go Jamaica for your birthday? And a couple of friends are going to meet us there, and we're going to chill and have a good time. Yo, see, Stacks, I've been telling you, man, you got to link up, man. I'm telling you, bro, like these little, and I'm talking about, these ain't no $1 million trips, bro. These are small little, you be like, oh, damn, I could do that. So next time I got to let you know about these things. Stony know, that's how me and him be connecting on stuff. We brainstorm this stuff before we spend our grip. You know what I mean? We know what we're doing here. But I'll see you guys on Sunday. I'll try to time in. I'll bring my computer with me. It's Parlay with us. Shout out to everybody. We got people in there right now and we getting off. But shout out to everybody who chimed in on Parlay with us. We'll see you on Sunday. We out. Peace.
make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through.